The fifth lecture of chapter 3. In the last 4 lectures, we studied about basic 7 tools of quality, and in this lecture, we'll start studying about what are the new quality tools which have been designed or framed on the basis of old or basic quality tools. Now, these new quality tools, they are also 7, whereas basic quality tools, they were also 7. Now, 7 new quality tools are affinity diagram, interrelationship diagram, tree diagram, matrix data analysis, process design program charts, which is also called as PDPC, and arrow diagrams. So these are the 7 new quality tools. Now, what is the relation between old and new quality tools? Similarity, what are the similarities of these two? Both are graphics rather than language based. So both the tools which are designed for quality are graphical and they are language based. So whole first, then elements analyzed, universal understanding. So from both the quality tools, we understand the problem very well and then we find out the solution for the problem so that the quality of the uh, process is maintained. Now, what are the differences between basic and new quality tools? These are new tools are more relational and network oriented, whereas old tools they were more data based and graphical presentation. New tools may take more practice to develop proficiency, whereas basic tools they are very easy and expertise is not required in it. Whereas when it comes to the applicability of new tools, you need proficiency or practice for implementing the 7 new tools. They can and should be used together. So both basic and old and new tools, they both can be used together when the problem arises about the quality and solve the problem regarding the maintenance of quality. Now we'll see first 7 new tools, that is affinity diagram. So affinity diagram organizes a large amount of verbal data related to a broad problem or subject. Now here verbal data is more important in affinity diagram. So it all depends upon the ideas, opinions and facts of upper management or people. So this affinity diagram basically depends on ideas, opinion and facts. So for example, now example uses is given. We want to establish a new QC policy. So that's the example we have considered. Now what are the steps how we can implement affinity diagram here? So first, in when you want to establish a new quality control policy, then first step is gather a large number of ideas. Whatever the ideas you can gather, or whatever the number of ideas you can gather, you should gather number of ideas. Then put individual ideas on cards or sticky notes. So every idea counts. So every idea is a card is prepared and every idea is written on it. Then as a team, group the ideas according to natural affinity or relationship to each other. So suppose say there are thousands of ideas with you now. Now what you will do is, as a team member, team leader, you should group them. Suppose 100 ideas are there and make 10 groups, and in each group 10 ideas will be there, and these all 10 ideas they are related to each other, or there is a resemblance in these 10 ideas. So they are grouped according to their affinity, and that is why this is called as affinity diagram. These natural groups become strategic factor. So 100 ideas were there, we made 10 groups, and these are the 10 strategic factors. Another example, your team has been brainstorming to develop a list of ideas to incorporate into the vision. Now a company wants to set their vision, and then a team was asked, give your ideas so that we can frame the vision of our company. So they have come up with the following list. So this is a list which is given here, and these were the ideas which were contributed by the employees. Develop an affinity diagram and name each strategic factor. So based on these ideas, suppose say these are 18 ideas, so make three groups or three groups, so 6 ideas they will come in one group and they will become the strategic factor. So 3 strategic factor we can make, and then the ideas which resemble to each other, they will be grouped together in one strategic factor, and according likewise second and third. So three strategic factor we can make, and these 18 ideas can be distributed into 3 strategic factor. Now just I'll read it out. Low product maintenance, then satisfied employee, then courteous order entry, low prices, quick delivery, growth. So likewise 18 ideas are there. We have to group them as per their resemblance or dependency or affinity to each other. Likewise, so these are the 6 strategic factor, and there are other ideas under the strategic factor. So this is how the affinity diagram helps us in maintaining the quality. Now second is interrelationship. This also is related, is similar to the affinity diagram only. So identifies and explores causal relationship among related concept or ideas. Same thing, affinity only. Interrelationship diagram also we consider the same. The opinions or ideas which have the resemblance, they are given the more importance. So can address problems with a complex network of causes and effects. So identify key drivers and bottlenecks. Now uses example is design step to counter market complaints or reform administrative departments. So there are complaints and you have to counter market it. Then what are the steps we will take? So steps are: write each concept or idea on a piece of paper in a circular pattern. Now how we will write is, so every idea should be likewise a circular pattern should be made, and every idea should be written on it. Okay, then number them to make comparison process easier to track. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, likewise in a circular 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 circles we have made, and we have put the idea on every circle. Okay, now use pairwise comparison. How one is related to 2, one is related to 3, and one is related to 4. What is the relation between 2? Likewise, so we have to make the arrows. If there is a relationship, draw arrow to effect. Okay, if there is relation, draw arrow. If there is no relationship, leave blank. And there can be no two-way relationship. Okay, so step now next is analyze the diagram. Count the arrows. How many arrows are going out of the circle and how many are coming towards the circle. So likewise, if many arrows are going out of the circle, so that will be our key driver or primary driver, and that is of more important, and that point or that idea should be focused more. So likewise, we'll come to know which idea should be given more importance and which has more effect on others. So this is how the interrelationship diagram is prepared. Okay, this much is sufficient. In the next lecture we'll study about tree diagram.